Okay, so we're here once again in Legacy Clickers, and as you can see by the top right of the screen, we have managed to reach 2 million eggs. Now I am the 5th person to do so, as you can see by the leaderboards, and a big congratulations to the 4 other people who have already reached 2 million eggs. This is going to be similar to the one where I did the 1 million eggs video, however we're going to be showing off what I have in 2 million eggs instead. So over the course of getting these 2 million eggs, I have actually hatched 17 different starlights, and as you can see right now I have 15 starlights in my inventory. So I have done a little bit of trading. I believe I had a lot more Dominic Insectum, and I definitely haven't hatched all of these Spore Diablos. However, this is basically what my inventory looks like now. So we're going to go over the least stats to the best stats, and basically that's more or less from the easiest or the lowest starlights to the hardest and the best ones. So starting off with the Dominic Insectum, we have 330 clicks, 300 crystals and 245 mushrooms. This was only 1 in 50,000 chance, so it was very easy to get. So obviously that kind of is replicated by the stats being pretty low compared to all these other ones. But it's also showing that it is more or less one of the first starlights that were in the game. So it's also whilst it is also the easiest, I'm pretty sure the most common starlight right now. I also think it's one of the coolest looking because it just has a really great design. But yeah, sadly it was obviously one of the easiest and currently probably the most common one. Moving on, we then have the Spore Diablo. I have obviously 6 of these, 3 of which are charged, so we'll go over them in a minute. But this does 525 clicks, 450 crystals and 350 mushrooms. That is obviously the same for all 3 of them. And then going over the charged one, we have 787 clicks, 675 crystals and 525 mushrooms. And obviously that is the same for all the other charged ones too. So they are really cool pets. And I may as well finish it off with all of the Spore ones. So moving on to the next hardest one, we have the Spore Crystal. This is obviously 1010 clicks, 862 crystals and 637 mushrooms. Quite weird stats, but also it is because of the 1.5 times on the charge. And then we move on to the Spore Guard. Obviously both of these are charged as well, so 1200 clicks, 975 crystals and 772 mushrooms, which is really good to have on my team, especially when I have 2 of them. And then we move on to the Food World eggs. So this one's from the yolk egg. It is 1 in 200,000, so pretty easy to get, but again I think it's one of the favourite ones in the community right now, with how it looks. 825 clicks, 750 crystals and 650 cookies, which is really good. I think just overall a great looking pet and obviously great stats as well. Then we have the Demeter, another one in the food world, in the food egg. It is 1 in 500,000 I think, and this one is charged, so it is a little bit better than the normal version, with 1,500 clicks, 1,350 crystals and 1,270 cookies, so pretty overpowered indeed. And then we move on to probably the 2 best ones in my inventory right now from the 50k egg. So obviously we do have the shiny 50k Mass Lord. Now this is probably my favourite pet so far, mainly because it is shiny and also charged on top of that, but also it's just a great looking pet overall. So 2,250 clicks, 1,800 crystals and 1,500 mushrooms, which is just absolutely insane just how overpowered this pet is. Obviously there are stronger pets in the game right now, but seriously this thing is one of the strongest pets and obviously just overall amazing. And then we have probably going to be the rarest ever starlight that this game will ever see, in terms of how many were hatched anyway. So right now there are only 26 of these, and obviously that number will only go down as the updates and time goes by, whether it's by people deleting them or whether it's by them just kind of going out of the trading scene. But however, we do have 950 clicks, 800 crystals and 650 mushrooms, so not exactly as strong as some of the other pets. However, value wise this pet will probably be one of the most valuable, if not the most valuable pet in the game with incoming updates. So hopefully this thing can keep its value. Obviously it'll keep its demand just because it's a great overall pet, and yeah, hopefully this thing will become extremely valuable. Now as you can see, we are going to go over to the charging station, and we do have 2 free slots right now. One of them is on cooldown. So what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to try and charge both of my Yoke Monarchs, just because, oh whoops, not equip them, just unequip them all. And just because I think the Yoke Monarchs are my strongest pets, apart from obviously the Spore Diablo and the 50k bunny. However, I'm not really going to be charging the 50k bunny, mainly because I just kind of like the fact of keeping it as pure as possible and in its most original state. So this will basically be staying as is, I think, for most of the time, unless I get really desperate for the stats. However, obviously with stats getting better and better, I feel like this thing will probably end up going out of the stats scene soon enough. So I'm kind of just going to keep it normal, just kind of for myself, not really for anyone else, just as a kind of a collector's piece. I don't think it will really affect the value whether it's charged or not. However, I'm just going to kind of keep it normal because why not? But yeah, that's kind of it. Hopefully we can hatch some more starlights on the road to 5 million eggs. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.